How's it going, my people? It's the Fan from the Stand podcast. Thank you for listening in. Today is January 13th, 2025. Let's see what's going on with Lufkin Panther Sports. In last Friday night's district action, Lufkin had the bye. Jacksonville, a winner over White House, 46 to 35. Mount Pleasant, a winner as well, 56 to 39 over Tyler. Nacogdoches Falls to Marshall, 39 to 43. Texas High and Hallsville, originally slated for Friday night, had to move to tonight's action due to weather. Lufkin again with the bye. In terms of district standings, Lufkin stands atop 8-0 in the district standings. Mount Pleasant 7-1 with a lone loss to Lufkin. Texas High 5-2. Hallsville 4-3. Tyler High at 4-4. Jacksonville 3-5. Nacogdoches at 2-6. Marshall and White House with identical district records at 1-7. Let's take a second to thank our sponsor this week, the Pizza Stand. No pizza can stand by ours. The Texas Gasso released last week the regional ranking, in Lufkin comes in ranked in the 5A Region 2, atop of the region rankings. Colleen Ellison, Frisco Heritage at 2, Highland Park at 3, Lufkin at 4, and the Colony rounding out the 5th place in the rankings. In terms of these rankings, this includes all teams from the region. It's nice to see Lufkin finally getting some respect from around the state and really showing how good they are from everybody else. And in terms of them, Lufkin, if you didn't know, all 5 of the teams I mentioned in this region are all ranked in the TABC rankings, top 25. Tomorrow's action with Lufkin basketball. Lufkin takes on White House. Lufkin coming in at 25-2 with an 8-0 record. White House with a 7-14 record and 1-7, in district play. This game will be played at White House High School. JV tips off at 5. Freshman at 6:15. Varsity at 7:30. Tomorrow, Tuesday the 14th. In Lufkin boys soccer action, the boys took on Forney Friday night, a winner, 1-0. That brings their record at 3-1 overall. These wins include, again, Forney, 3-0 win over EP Chapin, and a 1-0 winner over Benjamin Davis. The lone loss was 6A, Summer Creek, with a 1-0 loss to them. They take on starting district play tomorrow night against the Jacksonville Indians, who is 4-0-1 in overall record. This game will be played at Jacksonville High School. JV's at 4 o'clock, varsity at 6. Again, Tuesday night at the 14th. Take a second to look at Lufkin Lady Panthers. Lufkin Lady Panthers winner Friday morning against Jasper. This game was rescheduled due to the tournament being canceled because of the weather. Lufkin varsity girls winner 5-0 over Jasper and moving their record overall to 1-2. The JV unfortunately lost 2-0 over Westwood. District for them as well starts tomorrow night. Lufkin against the Lady Maidens of Jacksonville, a 5-1-1 overall record, and Lufkin again 1-2. This game will be played at Jace Majors Field in Lufkin High School. JV starts at 5:30, varsity at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, Tuesday the 14th. Let's take a second to thank our sponsor, Best Local Tire Shops. Prices so good, they look fake. Let's go back to basketball action. The Lady Panthers as well were off on a bye, and in terms of the district scores around the area, Jacksonville a winner 60-17 over White House. Tyler as well a winner against Mount Pleasant 64-42. Nacogdoches winner over Marshall 51-24. Texas High and Hallsville as well. They had to reschedule due to the weather on Friday, and that game is scheduled for tonight. In the district standings, Tyler High stands atop 10-0. Jacksonville 9-1, Mount Pleasant 6-4, Nacogdoches 5-4, Lufkin coming in at 5th at 4-5 record, White House at 4-6, and Texas High 3-6, Hallsville at 1-7, and Marshall 0-9. If you'd like to be a sponsor, if you could reach out to All Things Lufkin Sports, shoot me a message. That'd be great. This is just a podcast, just to kind of get all Lufkin sports covered, including basketball, baseball, all girls and boys. And if you'd like to be a sponsor, shoot me a message. I'd be much appreciated. Again, tomorrow night, Lufkin will take on White House, the girls. Lufkin coming at 12-10 overall record, 4-5 in district. White House 11-9 in overall, and 4-6 in district standings. This game will be played at White House High School. JV starts at 5, and varsity tips off at 6:15. Tomorrow, Tuesday night, the 14th. In the next segment, our next guest will be the head Lady Panther basketball coach, Coach Lamb, and his assistant, Casey Jones. All right, I'm welcoming in head coach of the girls varsity, Coach Lamb, and the assistant, Casey Jones. Thank y'all for coming in tonight and being part of the podcast as a guest tonight. Appreciate y'all coming in. Cassie, so, excuse me. Sorry about that. Uh, the first question I wanted to ask, Coach, just in overall thoughts from last Tuesday's game and from Jacksonville and some of the takeaways from last Tuesday's game.
Well, it didn't end up how we wanted to, obviously, but dealing with these young individuals, you want to take away the positives when you can. So, it might not seem like it, but if you compare it to the last time we played, I feel like the first time we laid down and stopped fighting, and this time we didn't, and this time we were shorter handed, which we've been dealing with for a while now. But girls kept trying at least and kept pushing together. So that's one takeaway we could have from it.
Yes, sir. Well, uh, in terms of weekly preparation, what does it look like? I mean, do y'all focus more on yourselves individually, or is it talking about looking at film and working on what y'all can do differently defensively and offensively and compared to other teams? What does that look like weekly?
Typically, we look at ourselves first and try to fix ourselves first, and then we'll look at the opponent that we have. Our opponent styles vary depending on who it is. Some play zone, some play man. Some like to play 5 out. Some more traditional pass, screen, cut type offense. And so we worry about ourselves first and try to fix our mistakes, the turnovers, the missed opportunities, um, the defensive assignments that we didn't, you know, run correctly. But we know. So once they see it, they already know or have it figured out. Just the fact of doing it in game at game speed. So we try to fix our own mistakes first, and then we worry about the opponent.
And next question: why did y'all individually step into coaching and more specifically basketball? Either one of y'all can answer. Go ahead.
Basketball, it's been a part of my life since I was 7. I used to go with my dad, go play pickup, and I would just be on the sideline dribbling, shooting. When I got old enough to play, I never stopped. I always had a ball in my hand. And so once I played my last game in college, I knew I still wanted to be around the game. So the choice for me was to coach, to give back to the younger girls in my area and feed into them and be a resource and someone that looks like them, who's been through it, and give them everything they need and just lead them and show them that the sport of basketball can open doors like it did for me. So I just really wanted to be a light and give back to my community here in Lufkin and the young girls who could also do more than what I've done with this game. Just like I said, give back.
Well, and that's personally, I think that's awesome because a lot of what I've seen in coaches is just they just care about winning and not about the impact they have with the people they're involved with. So that's awesome. Next question: what is your favorite moment so far from this season, and maybe a game or just overall so far this season?
Obviously, the wins are, end up being some good moments. But I'd probably say the championship game in Hudson, and then also a lot of off court things. They're a funny group, and we have a lot of funny different moments. Um, we had one last week where they did a little TikTok joke on me, and everybody ran out the gym, and they was recording my reaction, and I was just kind of standing there looking lost, like what is going on here? And it pretty much, yes, in the terms of today's, it pretty much went viral. So uh, every day, one of my girls, Ananda, she come and show me the numbers, and it's up there, a lot of views. So yes, sir.
Mine is the same. The championship game in Hudson, it's probably one of the most memorable moments from this season. Just watching the girls fight together and pull that game out because we were losing majority of the game, and it was a tight game all the way up to the last 3 minutes when we pulled away. So just to see them fight and compete together for a full 4 quarters and seeing the excitement and the happiness after we won and celebrating together, that's the biggest one for me.
Yeah. And I think just talking about what Coach Lamb had talked about is that shows how much fun they're having. They feel comfortable with y'all as a coach and just having fun, but also the resiliency to fight through all the adversity they have this season and the injuries and stuff. It just shows you what kind of character they have for this group. Just individually, what is this is an interesting question. What is your favorite or what is your pre-game routine typically look like? And do y'all have any superstitions? Anything that stands out?
Since I've been on the coaching side, I'm not really superstitious as I was playing. And a routine, I pray a lot more on game days, a little more in depth than normal on a regular day. But as far as a routine, I don't have anything specific that I do. I try to make sure my girls are right and ready to play, and everything is good to go.
I don't have any routine. I used to kind of be superstitious when I first got into coaching, and if we wore, a certain undershirt and won, we wearing it the next game too. And if we lost, we ain't wearing it the next game. So um, sometimes I still operate that way, but nothing like traditional. Only thing I do that I could think of before games is how I write their names in the books. If if I spell it all the way out and write it in all caps and we win, then I'm gonna do it the next game the same way. If we lose, then I'm gonna write it in lowercase. So I'm just gonna write first initial, then last name. So if you look at my scoring book, it's all over the place because of stuff like that. But other than that, nothing really.
Yes, sir. And then what tomorrow in regards to the game, what a fans needs to look at for White House and just both teams individually as a team and individually, excuse me.
Um, Individually, pretty much how they handle pressure from us is gonna be the key. Um, we're gonna get up on them and trap and fly around. And last time we played them, they didn't handle that very well. But that was a while ago. It seems like forever ago. So um, it'll be interesting to see how they handle that. And then they have a lot of movement on their offense. They do a lot of passing and cutting and passing and backdoor screening and things like that. So we have to be attentive on defense and communicating and not staring at the ball and getting caught and hung up on screens and things of that nature. So I think that part will be, interesting, but it'll really come down to how we defend. If we flying around like we can, then we'll end up on top. If we coming out and let some negativity creep in, then and we flying around or not flying around, moving around too slow, then that'll hurt us. So it really just depends on our mentality and what we decide we want to do as a group, or what the girls decide for themselves.
Sir. Sir. Well, guys, I really appreciate y'all coming out tonight. This is a huge game tomorrow in terms of district standings and playoff implications. So if y'all can come out, support the ladies, and we're all purple, we appreciate y'all and thank you for having us tonight.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.